Okay, so we are solving trig equations. We treat them the same way as solving a regular equation. So for this first one, what we would do is we would divide both sides. That was weird. We would divide both sides by -2. And then we have cosine of x equaling 0. And we think, when does cosine equal 0? And again, we're going to be staying on this domain, okay? So if I think of the graph of cosine, when does it equal 0? At these two places. So we would have pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. And that's it. These are just a good way of practicing our trig values. I think that's going to be the most difficult part. To solving the equation, I think is going to be very difficult, but getting the trig values, I think, will present some challenges. So let's look at another one. Okay, again, we're going to treat this just like a regular equation. Now, to get rid of that second power, we're going to square root both sides, but we need to remember to put a plus or minus on there. So this means tangent of x equals plus or minus the square root of 3. And we're like, okay, when does tangent equal the square root of 3? Well, that would be at our angle right here, pi over 3, right? So we know one of the answers is pi over 3. Now, we're looking for when tangent is positive as well as negative. So we've already gotten our pi over 3 here. We need to get the pi over 3 that's over here, which is 2 pi over 3. And then we need our next quadrant, right, to get there, which is 4 pi over 3. And then to get to our last quadrant over here is 5 pi over 3. So we've got to look at all the quadrants. And one last one to take a look at is this. We've got a variable on both sides. So we will just go ahead and add the sine of x to both sides. And that gives us this. And if we go ahead and solve for sine, we get -1/2. We're like, okay, when does sine equal -1/2? Well, first off, when does sine equal just +1/2? Well, I think pi over 6 would give us a +1/2, but we're concerned about when does sine give us a -1/2, which would be in these two quadrants, right? We know our reference angle's pi over 6, we had said. Whoops. So to get all the way over here, we would need to have, let's see, pi over 6. So we would need 7 pi over 6. And then to get all the way over here, we would need 11 pi over 6. Okay, this is our first day of solving trig equations. You're going to be getting the trig expression by itself, and then using your basic triangles to figure out the answers, right? Not too bad. Hopefully you enjoy this and do the assignment on Delta Math.